Think that then. All right. Hello. Hi. Yeah. We are balling. So you can tell by the title. We're going to go. You can tell by the title. Building my new PC. Brings closer. Yeah. Building a new PC. Finally time. That's been a long in the work here. Seriously. Long time in the work. So let me pull up my spreadsheet. Okay. Yeah. This is going to be really exciting, considering the fact that this is my first ever build. And we're hoping that this will go well. I do didn't need to anything. This is like sub 800. It was originally going to be a sub 900, but with everything going on lately, it's reduced me down to sub 800. So let's go down and get the rundown of what we're dealing with. CPU we are dealing with is a Ryzen 7 7700 that has a currently is on price at $239.99. The real cost is actually 100 after the real cost for this is actually 140 after before taxes, and it's come down to 149 after. So this is part of the bundle over in Micro Center, and the bundle only cost me about 369. So this right here is going to be a Ryzen 7 7700X. Has 8 core, 16 threads, has a base of 4.5 gigahertz, 5.4 of max boost, 40 megabyte cache. Also unlocked because this is an X variant. It has integrated graphics, which is good for uploading and all this. Right. Next, dealing with a B650 gaming AX B2 that has DDR5 support and a lot of other cool stuff. It has support for AM5, so this is one for AM5, which is 4 lanes of memory, full ATX, fully prepped IO. Yeah, I think Gigabyte's one of the good ones out there, pretty much. Also, this thing has wireless. It can go up to. It has a 6E parameter here. 8 plus 2 plus 2 phases do. Heat synced M.2 and 2.5 gigabits. That's really neat. Also part of the bundle. 100. And click down to as low as 150. Next part, we have G-Skill Clarence 5 in DDR5. This comes in two 16GB packs and 15GB in one package, so that's enough to 32GB. Also part of bundle. I think that's the last one in bundle. It's really around $90. It's down to 83.26, which isn't that much, but this has a mega transfer of, I think, if I'm reading this correctly, about 6,000. Pretty neat. Our cooler going with today is Fearless Assassin. It does have some costs around, but the bins actually cost around 7. That tide. Big heat. It is slightly bent. Like, it's not, but it's metal, so you could probably bend it as long as we don't break it. So yeah, there's a cooler. Apparently I have a bit of that. But yeah. I mentioned this earlier. It's around 800. It's a sub 800. Exactly, it's around 800. 860 bucks. Pretty much. I usually go take a look at that. CPU. We are dealing with a RX 960 XT that has 8GB of VRAM. I do not care about VRAM because I do not care about VRAM as enough. I do not play that much in AAA games. I think I've already answered your question. Now listen. This build is around like $800. So yeah, so this is coming XFS brand. Coming that is with factory overclock. So it's I think about 200 meg. About 200 meg. And the I'm telling you, it is $860. Like, I do not want to repeat myself. Yeah, so that is the this big white piece right here is basically anti-static. Because I'm in a wooden area. I don't think I really, but considering this is my first build, I would give myself that some process. Pretty much. I'll show it to you when we. Please do not speak in all caps. Otherwise, I will do not want to. Please do not speak in all caps, for God's sakes. Otherwise, I'm not out. Apparently, my microphone is at acceptable limits. I do not want to go too far. Please. Okay. Power supply. We have an RM750X come from Corsair. This has literally 10 literally has a 10-year warranty. So if it breaks, I don't care. I don't have to deal with it for 10 years. And it can go up, so as the name suggests, it can go up to 750 watts. It is ATX 3.1 certified. And it comes with a lot of cables. It's also 50 series ready, so that means I can probably put something like a 5090, but I don't have a 5090. This thing costs around 120 bucks. Pretty much. And the case. I don't know what to lay onto. But I will anyway. I have. Hold on a sec. I have more $600 to spend on GPU. What do you recommend me to? I have actually no idea. I haven't took a look in the GPU market. I haven't took a look in the GPU market price lately, ever since I bought my GPU. I don't know how. I don't know what. Probably recommend into getting yourselves into the 50 series or 9000 series for AMD. I've heard that Nvidia is still doing a lot of crap with their 50 series. So look, I'm somewhat biased against Nvidia, to be honest, but they're still good, pretty much. You could probably look into something like 50, 60, or 70 with it, as long as your computer is powerful enough to have an upgrade on that. Alright. Anyways, well, our case is going to be an NZXT 87 Flow in white. This one is the big earner to me, because this thing, I'm not going to speak my name. Come on, bro. Come on. Hold on a sec. You are absolutely destroying me. Oh, they deleted everything. Well, that's fine. I'm not gonna tolerate that. I'm not gonna tolerate that, because I'm not gonna give out my personal information online. You are basically trying to dox me. So 5-minute timeout for you. Anyways, 87 Flow NZXT. This one's a big earner to me, because this thing costs like $30 at the time I got this. It was $130 in the regular price. That made the build even more cheaper, and with the cooler. Like, seriously. Anyways, the bracket, I was contested on getting it, but considering the height limit between the bottom floor and to the GPU, that's going to be too high. So I have to get a custom one. So I will have to get a custom one. Anyways, I think that's enough. No, I still have one more. I still have one more thing. Where did it go? Where did I put it? How did I lose my thermal paste already? Oh, thermal paste. CM30. It's very simple, but it should be a bit high quality, pretty much. Yeah. I can't believe we're only 19 minutes in from all this yapping. Anyways, I think that's enough yapping. Let's get building. So, I think that's time. So, starting out with the motherboard. Actually, no. That's the wrong way to do it. First thing is to take out the power supply. And you know why? I need to ground myself. So, what we're going to do is take out the power supply. Set this aside for later. Actually, I need to take out the power. Yeah, I need to take out the power. Okay. Gotta take it down. Those two out. Set this aside. Open this up. There we go. Unwrap the power. And then plug this in. I'll try to put this on on my legs because I don't have to deal with this any further. Next thing after that is to take out the anti-static. Oh, I need part. There we go. Take out the anti-static. Wrap this around my leg. Wrap this thing around my leg, which is probably for hand anyway. Should be a nut. Put this in here, and then take this, snap it onto any metal surface. If I can. And then that should be it. We're basically grounded. So any side goes to power supply, goes to power surge, power strip, and then that back to the wall. Anyways, now it's time to game. Alright, so I'm gonna open this up. Take this out. Actually, you know what? I need some tools. Hold on a sec. Okay, I brought my laptop so I can look at Discord. I did not want to take out my anti-static because I'm too. Anyways, let's see what's. Anyways, reground myself, and I just got happened to get a scan message. Like amazing. right. Everything should be fine here. Anyways, next thing we need to do is to take this out. Take out the motherboard and then put this onto the box because this thing is non-conductive. This thing is a non-conductive surface. Unbox our CPU, which I need a knife. Anyway, actually, maybe. There's probably still need to debox. The CPU is one good fact. So gotta be careful with that. Okay. CPUs out. Ryzen sticker. CPU. And our real CPU. Open it up. Take it out. Look at that pin. Look at that array right there. Amazing. Anyways. Open it up. And then we want to slide, and we're just going to drop this in. No force in it whatsoever. Make sure it's aligned. Close this. Then this thing should pop out once I close this. And there you go. It's deleted. We will need that for later. Take out memory. Open it. Take those two modules out. We got more stickers. We probably need a lot of the original pack, just in case things go wrong. So, what I'm seeing, or based on this label right here, from what I was told, we should put these memory modules in the bottom right, so in the as far as from the CPU as possible. So, what we're gonna do is put these in here, and no, that's wrong way. Yeah, that seems right. Okay, we are slotted in. The next thing we do is to put in our components. First, we need our thermal components. So all we have to do is just touch this back, open this out. When we get all these, actually, I should just put this back in the box. There we go. Take out the cooler again. Take these out. We need them because we probably will need them. I just gotta bend these until they're bitch. As long as I just don't break. I do not want to spend another one. Especially when I got this one. Oh, I've already been to the box. Crap. I think that should be good. Gotta get the breaking. I've already bent that. Straighten it and straighten the hand because I bent these. These are so thin they bend very easy. We'll call it. Anyway. So, based on this, we will probably take out 2 fans. We'll need that for later. These are 2. Probably need them. I don't know. Based on some instructions here, we got some all-in-one headers. We have brackets here. This is for AM4. We have an AM5. We have an AM5, so I don't know. Also have these. We probably will not need them, but I will have to figure it out here. So we are hold down by these 2. Gotta make sure that they're in the correct bracket before I try to slot them in here. I said this is like my first time, so I might mess up somewhere. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have these slotted ahead of time. Worry about dealing with this. So, pretty side goes this way. We want this to go this way. Oh, crap. Stop that. Now I need to figure out. Basically, I need to figure out how can I put the heatsink in. See any holes that would probably even fit into this thing, unless it's something that has to do with taking off these brackets. Probably I may need to. Let's see. We'll see. This thing does not give me any instructions. So this may take me. Oh boy. Setting his cooler up is probably gonna be a bit. It might be a bit complicated. There is no holes. There is literally no holes. Actually, I think the no. Oh no. Okay. We might be stuck. I need to do some things. We might be stuck. Hold on a sec. $120 is it supports AM4, AM5, and it supports AM4 and AM5. You know, how can I put this? It's just it needs probably a specific way. Don't know how, but stacking deeper. Okay. Where did the accessory box go? I might need it. Yeah. So we got some standoffs right here. And that's basically it. I need to know how can I proceed with this. These brackets will not fit. Probably will not fit at all. These brackets will not fit in at all. Or will it? No. Probably not. Because these things are like misaligned. Alright. Yeah, so should be an AM5 socket. Should, so that means this thing should be able to fit in, right? 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 Actually, I might need those standouts after all. But I thought there's supposed to be an AM5 bracket for this thing. But I thought there's supposed to be some like AM5 socket for this thing. No, I have not built a PC before. I have some really good prior knowledge about it. It depends. Also looking to upgrade my PC. It depends on how old your components are. So like your CPU or GPU, I'm not really certain about that. Anyways, I need to know how can I get this installed. The correct backplane. Otherwise, I might have to cancel it. I'll try and see what I can do here. But otherwise, we might have to do something like this. I think I have to do something with these standoffs. I'm not really sure. We'll see. You're using exact same parts? Wow. Coincidence. Alright. I think I have to use these standoffs. Because this is like a clearance. I think I have to use these standoffs because this is like a clearance issue right here. So I think I'm supposed to take out the red one. Oh my god. Where's my knife? Right here. I know I might be doing this on the unsafe way, but I'm just trying to see if I can like poke a hole here. There we go. Yes, it is the AXV2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need these stand-up screws too, so... Alright, so we are supposed to insert them, I believe, this way down. Yeah, this way down. And then, with the clearance issue out of the way, I think we're supposed to screw these things down now. I'll just make a draft for it. So I'll just go ahead and make a draft one too. You have the same one with the 99. You broke the edge slightly and runs fine? Wow. Probably a bit durable then. Alright. So we are going to drop this. And then we're going to screw this down. All the way down. Pretty much. And I think we should be set. Let me just check and make sure. Yes, we are. So we are moving again. Woohoo! Let me prepare the other fan for and prepare the other fan for bracket insertion. So we want this to go out. That means we are going to bracket. So heat sink itself does not matter which way it goes. The fan does. And AI, my AI talked the bottom. That's cool. So I think we should be supposed to go this way. Well, it depends on where I'm going to plug my fan headers, which I need to be familiar with actually. CPU fan, system fan 1. So CPU LED 2. We do not have a CPU LEDs, so we do in fact might need this thing, which is basically the adapter, to have 2 fans on. It should be fine, from what I can tell, from what I read. Okay. Let's see. We need to take these out because I might need to have them realigned with the cable rotation here. Oh, nice. You're getting your 5090. That's really neat. Hope you enjoy with that. Anyway, sure that the rotation should be correct. You just slap this. Yeah, this way. So what we're going to do is slap these on the holes. Sorry about that. No, come on. There we go. Let's slide this on. Very, very slowly. I think they're supposed to be mounted the other way. Ford couldn't even do a 6000 CL32 staple. Alright, so let's see here. I need to think of this carefully. Because I'm thinking of... Actually, what I'm thinking of doing is move this to the front and move these brackets to the front. And I should already be on, I think, pre-testing this computer. But right now I'm like struggling on this. Because I was like stalling for like a few minutes trying to figure out how can I put this cooler on with the given things. Like realize standoffs. You need those standoffs with the M4 thing. Anyways, I think this should be correct. Anyways, I believe this should be correct now. Oh yeah, we do need to screw these up. Forgot about that. We need to tighten this up a bit, because otherwise it's gonna... So, I actually need to put the thermal paste in here, but I'm not going to do that until I put these fans on. I put these on loosely, so these go here. So I do not want to block the RAM. So from here, I do not want to block the RAM. So I want to go this, actually enter from this way instead. And then slap them into the backside. These things right here. Okay, we should be slotted. Okay, this one should be slotted now. This thing's not straight. Hold on. Right. Hello, welcome to the stream. Let me make sure they're all straight. Okay. Now for the second fan. This time we want to put them in the back. This time we want to put them reverse. Actually, no. That's not good. Actually, for the first fan, that's not a good idea. Because that will interfere with the second bracket, so I need to reverse these. I need to take them out. Oh boy. Isn't it easier to just hold it in your hand and put them on? Well, I do things. Alright, so we kind of do all do things our own way. Alright, so these brackets, man. Oh man. Okay, get them off. Fine. And then we just put it this way. Now we're just going to reverse this. Okay. Make sure to open, free, and these cables are over here. Slide them on. And then we're going to glide them onto the heatsink. And then we should be fine. Let's set the cable. There we go. Free. It ain't mounted, so I'm freaked out by the CPU underneath. It's scratched. Okay, it's fair enough that I should put these in before the motherboard, before putting it into the motherboard. But we're right at this point. I still haven't put those. That's why we're not. It also isn't tightly screwed, so it should maybe be fine. Oh. Okay, now I need to put in the thermal paste. Actually, still need. Actually, what? I am doing this out of order. This is why I do not like to. We need to take these out. These actually need to be taken out. Anyways, thermal paste. I think we're supposed to screw in a small amount of small dot here, or something like that. Should be fine. If not, we will have to clean that out and start over. Get back in. Firmly seal this down, and then we will take this out again. So I can check on the pattern. So I can go and check on the pattern on that spread. Because if that thing goes out of bounds, it's not good. We have already gotten 69 views. Unsurprising for something when I'm just doing this for fun. Let's see. I don't know how tight we are now. We should be about pretty tight. It's non-conductive. I'm not really sure. Oh, this one's in line with the IO. That's interesting. Anyways, take this out because I need to check this. I need to take this out because I need to check the spread. Oh, that was hope that didn't break anything. And take this out. So, this is our spread to the cooler, and this is our spread to the CPU. It might not be enough, I feel like, because I'm seeing it a bit lightly headed, but the spread is actually sort of good. It's set. I might need to clean out some of these here, so I will need to grab a okay. lightly clean that area out here. Yeah, it's already gone to the edges, pretty much. If the temps are fine, the spread is fine. Okay. Thanks for the tip. Thanks for the tip. I will do that once. I will check it once we get to the pretest thing. Let's see here. Sounds like. I'm gonna put in just a little bit more. Just to make sure. And then I'll just finally close it down here. Okay. That's not aligned. Hmm. Hmm. Alright, it's gone. That means we're probably at the end of Act 1 for that playlist. Uh, we actually need to tighten this a bit so we can align it and screw it in. This thing is not going in. I thought I managed to get this in the last time. I seriously thought I managed to get this in the last time. These. Oh, there we go. We got a grip. There's that. We can start screwing this side down. We are at an hour and 4 minutes. And we haven't even gotten to getting duty pretest for this thing. Like, we still haven't gotten to the pretest. I think we should be secure. I believe. Uh, put this fan back on. Go ahead and put this fan back on. Okay. And then we need to connect the fans ahead of time. So we need CPU fan, and then we will connect these headers into it. All right. I think so. Specs are is that this is a 7700X 7700X. Also be utilizing a Radeon RX 9060 XT, which I will be unboxing right now. For this computer. Also, I have some G-Skill memory of 216 gigabytes. So it's going to be running in dual channel. It's pretty neat, if you ask me. Uh, did you remove the plastic beneath the CPU cooler? I have already checked that. It is already like shiny. I'm sure. Want me to double check? I will. Like seriously. Do you plan to connect the power and jump the pins? Yes. I intend to do a pre-test right now. So that way, uh, if I need to do something, or if I mess up something somewhere. Anyways, I think I'm supposed to open through the top. So, oh, we're already in the Act 2, Act 1. Act 2. If your temps are 90 in BIOS, it's probably just it's easy. It's so easy for remove protective film before use. Good to know. A lot of protective films I need to, pretty much. One protective film right here. Oh gosh darn it! Why did the tap have to pull off? Oh well. Restart the peel anyway. I have to keep everything. Move the plastic, then we move the rubber cover, and alright, I need to find a place to have these hanging, so that should be fine. Make sure that it's here. I don't see any loose pins. Should be locked in. Okay. That's it. Just wire this. Small tip: just install GPU as the last thing. Yeah, I will do that after I go for the pretest and I degrounded myself. Great. We probably great. That's fine. So here's our GPU. That means power supply. We'll need one PCIe, one CPU, and one ATS. So ATS right here. These are super wired up. Now, CPU, CPU. Oh, I want one right here. So our connector is one one 8 pin and one 4 pin. So label G and H. We probably. I think I've listened this on this film guide. Plug everything in you can. I think that's what. So we need to remove this. Head reveal, yes. Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, we have our 20. We now have our 20 connection. I think I'm supposed to hit the no. It is this way, and then let me flip this just so it can be easier. Plug in our this, plug in that. Make sure it's tightly secured. Yep, I'm not an alien. I am in fact not an alien after all. Yeah, this is a mess. This is a messy area. I need to move a lot of this. Anyways, we are plugging in our 24, so we're plugging in our 24. The power supply is indeed off. Get these out of the way. Bottom here. And then we got our type 4. And then our type 2. And then our other CPU connector. But what happened? I thought I threw it in here. Oh, so they gave me 2 8 pens. They gave me 2 8. Let's see, right here. Oh, 1 ATS, yes. Data and data. EPS, yeah, they gave me 8 pin. So we only need 1, it seems like. Ooh. Pretty sure we are supposed to pretty sure there's a safety thing right here. No, we are not supposed to plug in over here. This one, this side. PCIe CPU power. We'll plug that into here because we will need that CPU power. Take this. Mono choice, mate. Alright, so we will take this out. And then, there we go. Give me one more one. Okay, let's just plug into this one, or this one. Okay, moment of truth. Flip on, and then we are going to short the power. That was a bit uh, that was a bit concerning, but I'll check that later. But it is indeed on. We have a red light. We probably might have to wait until this thing runs tests here. Oh, the GPU is not gonna. How did I forget about the GPU? Holy crap. I think they're stopping me. Hold on a sec. I did do the GPU. Okay, yeah, I did. I need to get that connected. AIM5 can take 5 minutes to RAM train. And yeah, you might want to power on the GPU. Yeah. That is the one thing I realized. I have not plugged this in yet. So we are going to plug this in. But yeah, thanks for the tip on that. So I will have to, so yeah, patience is key, pretty much. Alright. Make sure that they're together because we need that. So which side to go? Probably this way. Yes. Then plug this to here. Then put this. Yeah, I might need to check on that banging on that fan, because otherwise there might otherwise it might cause some problem. I might need to bend something on the cool too. We got a post! Yes! New CPU installed, FTPM, PSP, NV corrupted, structure change. Press Y to if you have BitLock encryption enabled, press N to keep the previous TPM record. Why? I don't have anything installed. Nice. What I want to do is hit the escape key. BIOS has been reset. Please configure for you. Okay. All right. So, our CPU temps is at 30 Celsius. System temperature 24. Voltage is not that high. That's fine. Our CPU fans are in fact running. Actually, CPU ought. Oh yeah, we probably don't need the header net anyways. CPU fan or GPU fan? It's CPU fan. The GPU fans are indeed running. Let's see, our CPU fan is running at 968 RPM, but that is simultaneously. The CPU opt is in fact the second header, so we do not need a split for that. We do not have anything on boot sequence. Our memory is being recognized. What else? Q flash, SPD setup, CSM. We'll mess around with BIOS later. We'll see support fast boot disabled. Not one fast boot. But yeah, should be okay. But yeah, we should be okay now. Given that this thing has managed to boot itself up. But we do need to check on the... But... CPU auth is just mirrors the CPU fan header. It's just an extra for your purpose. Yep. I will make that change. So even though it works, I will make that change just for convenience and probably for my sanity. So what I'm going to do is take out the splitter and take out the splitter and take these out as well. And then we want to plug the headers into fan and opt, but I don't know if I can reach it. Yeah, it's able to read. Anyways, next in business, now that we got this to work, we can finally put this into the case. So I'll just pull that you know. But first of all, I need to readjust. I need to figure out make sure that it's great running fine because because of that banging noise here, it might cause some sort of interference. That's as far as it can go down, so we'll clamp it that way. Okay, so that should be in order. I think it could be. But this thing is not slamming onto cooler, so that should be fine. The other fan I will have to investigate later, but it should be fine as well. Okay, what I need to do is take out I need to clear the workspace. The next thing I need to do is clear out the workspace because we are going to finally put this in. So what I need to do is move all these header cables, like all these cables, everything. Including this 24. First, I also need to install the SSD. Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing I just realized. Otherwise, I won't be able to. Should be two of them in here. I just need to get this thing lifted. This thing's goes in a pit, it's tight. Okay. We can put the GPU back into floor for now. So I can re-ground myself. Anyways, we might need all this. These cable ties, might need them. Yeah, we need to put these away back into its spots. So this is gone away. This is going to go away. This is also going to go away too. Yeah. We'll go ahead and clear the work. Then can finally take out the case. For real time. Built-in cable management, which is going to be really take all this stuff out. Yeah, basically, element of everything. Okay. Then take out plastic. All right. So, for testing purposes, we are going to use 256 gigabytes of storage. That's it for now. Plastic. No, there's not. Yeah. What we can do now is probably get the SSD installed because always keep them bringing. So here's our SSD. We have this big heatsink here, and as always, we need to take off the plastic covering. Yep, there we go. And there's our heatsink. Again, our SSD. And then we need to push this thing down with something. Actually, how did I not think of that? Crap. I'll need to open it quickly. So carefully use this wood after all. What kind of screws? So let's see, what kind of screws are to get here? Really do not need all that. So let's see, we got standoffs. I think this is it for the screw. More standoffs, more screws, standoffs. Oh, I've already teared up the. Ah, crap. That's fine, I guess. long as we don't destroy it anymore. Because this thing is like a sponge. I think this is what we're supposed to do here. Align this. Then let's put this back in the bats. We will screw this down. Actually, I don't think we need that screw. I think all we have to do is just put, and then put the. Actually, no. That's what that is if we have a very long one. We'll need to screw this down. Actually. Then 5. Then we can finally put this heatsink to rest. Oop. Okay. We have a lot of plastic. After, let me just crash some of these here. Did I open this one? I'm hoping. I am just wondering what these things. No idea what these. Oh, crap. I did not mean to do that. Back. I'll put this in back for now. Put this back in for back into its anti-static until we can pull it out later once we put it in the case. I do need to check. It's right. Let those free. Violent screw bots. Okay, so now we got everything, all that in. We finally case it case up too. So, and then we want to take the case up. Oh my god. This is so big. Anyways, we have to handle this with care because this is tempered glass. If I break tempered glass, it's all over. So I don't know how long the warranty is. So, what do? And then we are gonna. Okay. And then we want to set this down for now, or do I want to keep it back? I think it's best if I think it's actually best if I here. And then put wire all this first before I do top down, and then screw down the motherboard. I'm pretty sure almost everything goes into front. And NCT is greatly providing us with cable management, which is think case go ahead this way, I believe. It's probably going to I'm careless about it. No? No, it is. No, it is the right way. It's just not putting it right. Okay. Now we can up down. Now we can leave. Alright. Screwdriver ready? Let's put this back in the motherboard. And we want to get lots of the holy screws out. And we have zip ties too, which also need. Yeah, what we do need is very. We do have built-in standoffs. Also really neat. So, and yes, we do have built-in standoffs. So, we need to clear this out of the way. I actually never thought of that. Because otherwise it's going to be. We have hexagon screws, screw KB5s, B5s, Bs, and 52. I'm pretty sure I need to consult this manual. Give me one. Gaming. I want the main. Line. 8, 7. Manual. Cable fan radio. Motherboard installation. That's not very. Okay, that's kind of not really. We need B. Screw. I'm reading. We need B. Screw 632 at 5 millimeters. So 632, 5 millimeter, 5 millimeters. It should be this one. So we will need these screws. Screw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least several of these. So several of these. So oh, I did not want to. Go ahead and take out motherboard. And then safely put this in. Also need to be careful with these cables. Appearance. Okay, I need to align this so that way it lines almost all the okay, it is snapped in place. We have our middle ground, so we have already grounded this thing basically. So now we're coming down to the fun part. Screw almost all these in. I do not. However, never mind. Let me make sure I have it right. Yeah, that should be right. And then later on, I need to move one of these fans to the back because I need air to go out this way. So what I'm thinking is eliminating the middle, moving the middle fan because we need fan go to here and then go out through here. And then one fan below so that way the GPU in and go out. That's when. Store these things into oblivion. Gosh darn it. Right. Okay, now we can screw this. Now we're able to down. Top one here. No, that's not lined properly. There we go. Get another one out here. We're now at 145 views. 2 more screws. Okay, there is one more now. Nope. No. No. No, great. Now we're gonna drop it in the back. Yep, it went all the way in the back. Ah. Luckily, it dropped next to the post block. Release third. Okay. Now we have the motherboard screwed in. Alright, I think it's time we should move the fans. Need to take out the front cover. So what I believe I need to do is take out the front cover. Is also correct. Let me make sure that I'm taking out the front blocker. You have a header, another header here. But system fan 1. What I could have done. Actually, no. Put it back. Starting. Oh. There. Perfect. Alright, pretty side in, two out. If you wrap this around, I need that many. Look, this is system fan. Let's make sure the header's aligned. Then, or what you can do, have this come out this way, drop into the back case, and then you can wire it through afterward. So once I get to the back, that's we'll do is we want to thumb anchor the one side. One corner and the other for this one. Yes, you do need a knife, because I have been trying to open some boxes here. I think an anchor. I don't know what is that. This one's not going in. One's trying to go into an angle. A bit tightly, so we want to have to loose one of these. So we can. There we go. That is what I want. Let's anchor this down here. Last one. All right. That's it for the fans. That's it for the fan configure. Cover back in. Then what we are going to do is at our front headers. So these things are already bundled. So system fan goes, second system fan goes here. We also have more system fans. So actually, I'll just put this. No, that's for the back one. Don't have enough, so we'll have to put this here. Our audio is supposed to go back here. audio is here, and then our actually our USB is supposed to go to the front, so that's going to be a bit of a hassle to get in. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a hassle to get to the USB port because I do not want to take out the motherboard again. So, tilt this upright. What I need to do is tilt this up so I can pass the backpack. So what we need to do is get this straight, first of all. Then, hey, on that one, okay. Yeah, we should be okay on that one. I have no idea where this goes. I suspect it could. It says here, it says our 80mm style 80 volts, super high speed. I don't know where this is going. I'll worry about that later. Now we have our front panel. So apparently it goes through everything, I think. So like, it goes through, it routes to one cable, it seems like, so all we need to do is just find the missing side. Get speaker, power LED. I think there's more. I feel like there's more front headers than backs. That's why I feel like. I think it goes through here. So this will cover. So plugging in here is what I'm believing will cover the power LED, power switch, HD, res, and CI. Make sure I gotta have it right here. Actually, I don't think so. Because CI is only covered in one pin, which is not good. I gotta check. But this goes to absolutely nothing. So I do not see a point of having this. Yes, it is possible once for all. Good to know. Perfect. So I need to check everything. Make sure that I have gotten through everything. Through all cables account for. So that goes to there. We have that there. We have our drive. We have our SSD drive base. Hard drives goes here. They actually mount. That's really neat. Okay. As for our back system fan, we are going to route this through this all hole. Cable manage. And then out through the top. And into system fan 1. Okay. All of the wires should be accounted for. I'm pretty sure. I'm 100% positive. I mean, all cables for the case should be all accounted for. Except for this one, because except for this one, we can probably put it back. Don't know where this thing goes. Let's see where this goes. USB-C jack. I don't think there is any jacks for USB-C. This is from what I'm seeing. So we might have to just skip that. No. No. Ours, no, it does exist, actually. Got this here. Yep, there we go. There was a use for it. And I gotta make sure that what is being routed through is all in one, and make sure I am actually doing it right. Because if I don't do this right, I might fry the system. Yeah, front panel, that looks fine. So front panel, I don't know where this goes, but it looks fine. Let me just consult the manual very quickly. What did bro do? I'm building a computer. SSD drive installation, power supply installation. Player to specifications, cable connector. Intel standard F header, F front panel header used. So I think I'm right. I think I'm right on this. I believe I'm right on the. I think I'm right. I think so. It's just I'm concerned that it's gonna fry because of the loops, but there's 4 in 1 connector, which I do not think it will. Yeah, so no, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it is one. The bottom row is just empty, so it's just going to be there. I think we are green lit to put in the power supply. So I can finally. Which board I have a B650 gaming at say B2. That's the board I have. I think we are green lit to put in the power supply now. So what I'm going to do is slowly take this piece of mess. Pretty sure we have all the cables we need first hand. Let's see, camo, 34%. Oh wow, my phone is surviving. So what we're going to do is put in the power supply. So we need to put this. I do not know if there is any. I assume there's a specific way of putting in the power supply. We have rubber headers. Neat. Actually, no. There is sort of. Is that open? No, it is not. Oh, great. That's gonna cause some. That might cause some issues. So I'll just put this down because there is an open hatch on that. There's a So what I'm saying is that in this uh panel there's open hand. Actually, in the back here, so there's like some dots openings, so the air can go in through here and out the power supply. I'll just lay this flat. Afterwards, we need the power supply securements, which I assume is the hexagon screws. Power supply is, in fact, so we need type A screws. Type A is a hexagon. So 632 says 6 millimeters. So yep, it is the one it is this one in fact. I think we only need like and exactly there are exactly 4 of these. So now we will just tighten this down into the case. So I'll just start by thumb screwing into the headers. Trying to go in angle. I do not want that angle. You're building a PC too? That's neat. That's neat. I did not think, to be honest, I did not think that this stream would gain this much, like this much of a small attention. I expected like only like 10 people will watch. We got 181 views, which is very decent. Hey, the power supply is now secured. So that one is now secured. We should reground this power supply. Because it will circulate around the it will recirculate around if we do not do it. So our first cable is coming out to the 24, the big 24. So the right way. 144p camera, and what is this camera position? I can barely see anything. I'm sorry, but I'm doing this from the side. Uh, I'm literally putting this on top of my face. Yeah, I was trying to look for a tripod to get this to uh hang around in the back, but that's not possible. I am really sorry for that. Okay, we need to route this to the top, so we're gonna put this out up here. Actually, let's cable manage. Actually, we should probably cable manage a bit here. So Great that they have these built-in cable management managers. He needs to see it. I will try. Once I'm probably done getting through all these cable managements and all that stuff here. Actually, that's not where I'm supposed to do. You are supposed to go in the bottom. Over the top. There we go. So yeah, if I can just like rotate this a bit and try to wrap some cables to the Velcro zip tie cable manager. This greatly provides. Would be really neat. So what I'm going to do that there. So we're approaching our final. So we are going to put this to our front down now. And then go ahead and plug this in. Okay. And then we need to, and then the last thing we need to do is in our hours. First, I want to cable manage these ATX cables. So I need to pull some of these over here. That should be enough tightness. Because otherwise it's going to strain a bit here. Or is it? Yeah, that's enough. So now we should be good for the final piece. The final piece here is the cube. So what I'm going to do is route 4 cables to the cable management first. So we need this going out again this way. To the bottom, actually. So yeah, we can finally put back in. We can finally put back in. First, I need to take front brackets. So we are going to occupy this slot. We hit these two. Actually, we can talk about the back panel. Because we routed everything over. Now you guys can finally see the back. And again. So yeah, first thing we need to do is take off the brackets for the expansion slots. So and to screw manage, sandwich bags. Put back into the box. Okay. Okay. Now remove the brackets. If it can. There we go. Thank goodness. Now we just apply the slots. Make sure there is absolutely no interference. And then just want to push it through the front first. So actually, we do need those two screws because those are important for screwing it down. And I do not want this actually. There we go. Should be correct side up. How is it? How is this bent already? What? What? Oh my god. How is this bent already? Okay. That's fine. That might be fine. How long is it? Then finally put this in. Tight here. Actually, it might be these two wrong. Uh, oh, not. I think. All right. think that should be it. I think we can finally close this up. I think finally close this and get this running. Oh yeah, there is protective. Oh yeah, there is protective. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it is specs are main spec is that it is 7700X and a 96XT 8 gigabyte. 8 Oh crap. Oh man. That almost could have been disaster. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is done. So we are going to run through some tests. We want to make sure that everything is still working right. And finally, we can call it good. Put this thing on the safely on the chair. Whatever is going to be best. I'll just take the keyboard. Oh, because my phone is literally about to die. This thing has been a camera for about 2 hours and 25 minutes already. And I'm pretty sure it is already hot. Yes, it is very hot. Anyways, I will clean this up later. One final test. Make sure that everything is still working correctly. Then switch. Okay, it's running. Question is, are we finally? Question is it going to turn on? Yes, yes, it is. I'm surprised it's booting. Actually, this SSD hasn't been erased. Crap. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I can literally hear this thing is running at full blast. I can tell definitely. Need to make sure all those noises aren't bothering me. So yeah, we're done. Finally. Yes, I need to restart this. This is not. I'm not supposed to do that, or even, let alone. So. While we're waiting for this to restart, say yeah. I say yeah. Congratulations. This has been my several months. Finally, something and that all of this 2.5 hours are are really. What I'm going to do is this thing is going to get. So show me the magic number and get me to the BIOS. Yes. Boot sequence. Okay. So what we want to do here is want to this thing to boot into USB. I do not have a mouse. No, actually, I'll just get a mouse. Hold on a sec. Rats. I could have a mouse right here. Never mind. Go. Well, I don't think it's going to get recognized. I need to. I think I need to do. Hitting that delete key. Okay. Apparently, they do not recognize my mouse. So I'll have to uh, get it hardwired. Get it hardwired. If that's the case. Okay. Now we have it hardwired. Go ahead and just no. Getting to this, getting to into uh this into one of these is probably going to be castle. But we'll see. What we want to do is so our fans are running fine. I think it's for food menu or something. Yeah, that's it. That's right. What we do is install. Actually, we will install Windows, and I'm going to install this weird way, which is for enterprise users. Crap about it. Mm-hmm. Price LTSC. Yes. Should I go with the Ryzen 9600X or Ryzen 5 7600X? It's just $45 more. Uh, that is up to you, really, but um, the 9000 series, I would probably try to get. But yeah, you really need to do some research. Yeah, you should do some research on it because you may not know how much of a difference that those two can be, pretty much. And then we're going. So yeah, um, I am actually really proud that I managed to get this done unflawed in the first try. Uh, so well, I have a Ryzen 7. Hold on. So let me see. Do some quick. 9600. Good. Ryzen 5. Frequency at 2.9, 5.4. So that's so I did some quick research. I think you should probably go and try and go 9600, it's more the 7600 has a TDP of like 105 watts, while the 9600 is like 65 watts. But the downside is that the base frequency is lower than the 7600 at. So really, that is up to you if you want to go for power for efficiency or power for less. I do not have internet. And they want me to ask security questions. I care. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Those are the big no's for Windows. So don't give them your data. That is the one rule: is don't give them your data, because Windows is basically spyware. Again, you can probably go and vote. I am heavily biased on, and heavily relying on a few months. Makes me biased towards Windows, but pretty much. So yeah, this will take a few. Those who are new, and well, everything rocking with all AMD hardware. All this workspace pretty much up. Would you like to install and download and install a game like Control Center? No. Probably for now. Anyways, we do not have internet. So because these bands, because we do not have the bands I care for, can't reach Wi-Fi. So what we're gonna do is just shut this down for now. I'll be back. Once I get this moved over to my room. That is going to be. Give me one more. Up. Yes. All right. See you in a bit. Okay. We should be back. So, welcome to my new rig. Still have some updates to do, but also we still got a lot of things to do. I still gotta transfer some drive external data off from my tower to the new one, which I barely ever use as mainstream anyways. We finally got the drivers, so it is indeed up to date. Release May 24th. Blah blah blah. I'd say the Quiet Adrenaline Edition is actually pretty cool. It is being recognized as everything. We got our split loads, so we got all of our 16 threads working. Slots used 204, 4800 mega transfers, 30 gigabytes. Good. SSD is running fine. GPU is also running fine, and as well as this one. So apparently this thing says it's GPU 10 and GPU 11. It's not supposed to feel like that. So yeah. Anyways. I'd say this has been a success. And it's been nice chatting with you all. During all of this, all that stuff. My phone almost died. Considering this thing has been a top-down camera for like 2 hours. And now we're 3 hours and 11 minutes into the stream. So yeah. Thank you everybody for coming. Never thought that this stream would get some warranted attention. It's really so I don't know. So I still gotta get things set up. Probably have a post build stream soon. I don't know when. Maybe tomorrow. Once I get everything suited. But otherwise, we're finally done. 10 o'clock to 1:28. Took some good amount of time. But it's been nice.